What if the feeling of being lost is actually the first sign you're being found? What if every single time you felt like you were breaking apart, you were actually breaking open? Before you came here, into this life, into this body, there was an agreement, a sacred contract. You agreed to forget. You, a being of infinite light and boundless awareness, chose to draw a veil over your memory. This wasn't a punishment. It was a gift. It was permission to experience everything as if for the first time. Permission to feel the sting of failure, the warmth of joy, the ache of longing. It was permission to fall so completely that you would have no choice but to remember how to fly. Think about it. As a limitless being, you already know everything. You are whole, complete, eternal. But knowledge isn't the same as experience. To truly understand courage, you must first know fear. To truly appreciate connection, you must first know loneliness. And so you chose Earth, this dense, beautiful, challenging place where time moves like a slow river, and every lesson is learned through the body, through the heart. You chose to enter a reality so convincing, so immersive, that you would forget it was a dream. You would forget your own power, your own divinity, and for a long time you did. You lived on autopilot, playing the part you thought you were supposed to play. You chased goals that weren't yours, wore masks that didn't fit, and measured your worth by the world's broken ruler. You believed the story that you were small, separate, and insignificant. You learned to silence the quiet voice within that whispered of something more. But a soul cannot be silenced forever. Sooner or later, the dream starts to crack. It begins subtly. A moment of intense déjà vu. A dream that feels more real than waking life. A sudden, inexplicable feeling that you've been here before, done this before. A deep ache in your chest, a yearning for a home you can't name. That is the beginning. That is the first thread of memory returning. The ancient part of you, the eternal self, begins to stir from its slumber. You don't remember everything at once. It's not a sudden flash of cosmic insight, but it's a slow, tender, and sometimes painful unfurling. When part of you, your mind, your nervous system, is still running the old software. It's programmed for survival in a world of illusion. It screams warnings. Don't change. It's not safe. Who do you think you are? If you follow this feeling, you'll lose everything you've worked for. You'll be alone. And so, you hesitate. You doubt the whispers. You try to shrink back into the familiar comfort of your old self. But the soul is patient, and it is persistent. The whispers become nudges. The nudges become shoves. And if you still resist, if you cling too tightly to the cage you've mistaken for a home, the soul will lovingly shatter it. This is the moment that feels like a breakdown. This is when the job is lost, the relationship ends, the life you meticulously built crumbles to dust. It feels like destruction. It feels like the end. But it is not. It is a liberation. It is the universe breaking you open, not to hurt you, but to free you from the prison of who you were never meant to be. Every crack is an invitation for the light to get in. Every loss creates the space for your true self to emerge. The process of awakening is not one of acquiring more, but of shedding everything that is not you. It's the shedding of the belief that your value is tied to your achievements. The shedding of the need for external validation and applause. The shedding of the illusion that your path must look like anyone else's. And most importantly, the shedding of the lie that safety is found in conforming and playing small. You were not born to be a copy. You were born to be a living, breathing embodiment of the divine. Your purpose is not to preach about the light, but to become it. To remember your own sovereignty, to reclaim your power, and in doing so, to light the way for others, just by being authentically. But to become, you must first unbecome. You must let go of the layers of conditioning, the false identities, the stories you've told yourself for a lifetime. So if you find yourself in this space right now, if you feel lost, disoriented, raw, and profoundly uncertain, take a deep breath. You are not falling apart. You are not going crazy. This is not a sign that you've taken a wrong turn. Congratulations. You are in the sacred, messy, beautiful process of unbecoming. You are not breaking down. You are breaking free. This hollow ache is the space being cleared for your soul to finally come home. This is a great remembering. This journey is yours alone, yet you are not alone on it. The path is carved by your own footsteps, but echoes of others who walk it with you are all around. The confusion you feel is the fog of the old world lifting. The sensitivity you feel is your senses finally waking up to the true nature of reality. Trust the process even when it feels chaotic. Trust the emptiness, for it is the fertile ground from which your new life will grow. You are standing on the threshold between who you were and who you are becoming. This is the most pivotal moment of your existence. This is the lifetime you chose to wake up. Follow for more.